A massive stream of energy descended straight from the heavens, striking Shaoling and dragging along a colossal root that twisted like a fiery serpent, the embodiment of the tree of life. Boom, boom, boom. Shaoling's entire body, engulfed in fire, began to crack like shattered porcelain, pieces peeling off with every wave of heat. Whoosh! A blinding streak of light tore through the clouds, shooting toward the giant beast like a blazing arrow. The beam of light locked onto the monstrous creature, surging forward with deadly intent. Covered in blood, Shaoling's eyes blazed with fury as she roared. "You are the root of all this chaos. Once you're destroyed, it all ends." But the hope was short-lived. The beam of light was abruptly blocked midair by a massive root, dissipating into nothing with a thunderous shockwave. The tree of life let out a cold sneer, its gaze sharp with cruelty toward Shaoling. "Don't you dare lay a finger on the master!" At that very moment, Mo Long lunged from behind with its jaw wide open, razor-sharp teeth ready to tear Shaoling apart. Die! Crunch! A lethal bite struck, piercing through Shaoling's flame-forged armor. In that split second between life and death, Shaoling activated her flame butterfly skill. Her body burst into thousands of fiery wings, exploding with violent heat, shielding her from annihilation. The erupting force of the flame butterfly engulfed even Mo Long's head in its blaze. But before she could catch her breath, sharp roots shot in from behind like venomous snakes. Shaoling spun around instantly, eyes tightening in alarm. "This is bad. Hand over your soul!" A thunderous voice echoed from the tree of life's enormous eye, shaking the air like the heavens were collapsing. Boom! From the void, a swirling vortex of searing fire appeared, slicing through all the roots attacking from behind Shaoling. She stood stunned, then her eyes lit up. This flame felt familiar. From the fire vortex emerged crimson tails ablaze like the sun itself. A majestic figure loomed. It was Nine Tails, exuding overwhelming dominance, with cold, piercing eyes and razor fangs. Nine Tails radiated an oppressive spiritual pressure. "Another helper?" The tree of life gritted its teeth, full of hatred. Even Mo Long was shocked. "This spirit energy, it's strong, stronger than those so-called gods. I'll handle it, back off." Nine Tails snarled, baring its fangs. Golden red energy exploded from its body, unleashing a devastating shockwave straight at the tree of life and the giant beast. Mo Long froze, his body trembling uncontrollably. For the first time in his life, he felt a spirit force so terrifying it made his cold blood boil. "This creature is too powerful," he muttered through clenched teeth, eyes wide in fear. Around Nine Tails, spiritual energy surged like a crimson tornado. Each step it took shattered the ground beneath. Its icy gaze locked onto its prey like a predator hunting in silence. Then came a long, fearsome roar as its spirit power peaked. Nine Tails began to transform, body expanding into a giant beast with 9 tails whipping through the air. Even the monstrous beast facing it was visibly shaken. The dignified aura of 9 tails was impossible to ignore. "Retreat!" he barked at his minions. "You are no match for it!" 9 tails roared, stomping the ground and unleashing a shockwave like a tsunami. Its mouth opened wide, gathering immense spirit energy in its throat, then blasting it out like a volcanic eruption toward its enemies, on the other side. The giant beast just managed to summon a massive magical shield. A purple glow condensed into a solid barrier across the sky. Boom, boom, boom. The collision between the two forces exploded with blinding light like a meteor shower. The sky seemed to tear apart, 9 tails' power erupting beyond all comprehension. Each shockwave sent heaven and earth howling. In mere moments, the magic shield shattered like thin ice, fragments scattering through the air as the light faded. The beast's pupils constricted in disbelief, its body trembled, like it had just looked death in the eyes. But 9 tails' golden red flame-like energy didn't stop. After obliterating the shield, it surged forward, tearing through the battlefield, swallowing the sky. Its brilliance seemed to consume everything, making even the air tremble. From behind, the Tree of Life cried out in panic. "The Master's shield! It's been broken!" Shaoling saw its stunned expression and seized the opportunity. "You were arrogant just now, what now? Too scared to speak?" Without hesitation, she gathered her spirit energy and delivered a full power slash at the ancient tree. determined to cut it down to its roots. But the attack left only a faint scratch, like a bucket of cold water thrown on her pride. "Impossible!" she whispered in disappointment. "Impudent!" A thunderous voice erupted as massive roots burst from the ground again. Like hundreds of frenzied vipers, striking toward Shaoling with terrifying speed, beside them, the colossal beast opened its mouth wide with a deep growl, its bloodshot eyes locking onto Nine Tails, the formidable challenger. Nine Tails showed not a shred of fear. Like a blazing red streak of lightning, it charged forward, claws slashing through the air, leaving fiery arcs in their wake. The giant beast widened all four of its eyes. Its tense gaze never left the small yet fiercely determined figure hurtling toward it, though its body was dozens, even nearly 100 times smaller than its opponents. Nine Tails showed no hesitation. On the contrary, it was even more battle-hungry. With a powerful head but like a bolt from the heavens, it rammed into the beast, forcing it backward and cracking the earth beneath its feet. And Mo Long, witnessing the scene firsthand, couldn't help but cry out in shock. "The master has been pushed back!" The battle grew more and more brutal. The two massive creatures clashed like titans, each strike shaking the heavens and earth, each blow radiating killing intent that made the world tremble. Locked in a deadly stare, they studied each other's every move, knowing that even the smallest misstep could mean death. The giant beast let out a low laugh, its voice a strange mix of admiration and regret. "Haha, you are indeed powerful. If only you were my subordinate, I wouldn't be struggling like this now." Before the words even faded, it shouted, "Mo Long! Tree! Come now!" The Tree of Life seized the chance. Slipping out of Shaoling's encirclement, it quickly regrouped with Mo Long. The two of them then rushed to the giant beast's side. The beast's eyes narrowed, and its killing intent surged like a storm. "Fighting in this body is such a hassle. Let me show you my true form." A terrifying technique began to unfold. The spiritual power of the three beasts converged, black, purple, and dark hues swirling and intertwining into a special bond. Nine Tails silently stared at the enemy, unblinking. Its sharp gaze seemed to pierce through every layer of illusion. "Humph!" Shaoling gasped in astonishment at what unfolded before her. She had never seen dark spiritual energy take shape like this. From the depths of a massive crater that had just formed, a pillar of glowing purple light rose, towering and shooting into the heavens. Dust billowed everywhere, and from within that hazy cloud, a sinister, glowing eye slowly opened, radiating malice, ready to devour all in its sight.